What's up, guys, and welcome back to Pokemon SoulSilver. Last time I might have mentioned that we were going to go up to the Mount Silver area, but I decided against that and I wanted to do something else. Sorry for it being nighttime here. This is just when I had the time to record. Today we're going to go into the Battle Frontier. If it's your very first time into the Battle Frontier welcome gates, all these people in here will talk to you and they will give you a list of things that can be explained. For example, the Battle Frontier, they will explain Battle Castle and all this stuff. But I'll be going over that anyway. So let's go on in. And plus, no one ever shows off this area at night. I guess, nah. We'll get to the shops last. But here in the Battle Frontier, it gives, or the player is just welcomed with a whole bunch of different types, or different ways actually, to play the game, pretty much. Battles are completely different for each one, and I guess I should just start off with the most popular one, is Battle Tower. Never lose, keep winning. And each of these areas, I believe, has its own music, and some of them are actually really good. So here in the Battle Tower, you are offered 3 choices. One to do a link play with, I guess, with a friend of yours. Single or double as a single player, so you go in just by yourself, and Wi-Fi, which I guess you connect with someone over Wi-Fi. And every single area of Battle Frontier, regardless of the type, you are faced with rules that are unconventional to what you are usually battling, and they're all in streaks of 7, so you do 7 battles in a row per the parameters put in place. However, the one here does not have any parameters that are that special, except for the fact that I believe all your Pokemon get raised or lowered to level 50. And you can only take 3 if you do single battles, and 2 if you do double battles. And the Battle Frontier, basically you just keep going until you lose. So you go in, you fight 7 battles, you have a 7 streak, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. There is an event that happens at 21 and 49 for all of the areas, including the Battle Frontier, and that is a special person, usually someone who owns the area that you're in, will come down and battle you, and it's generally harder to take them down. For example, I think it's what is his name? Palmer, I believe, or something, comes down at 21 and 49 here. Also, if you get a 100 streak in this Battle Tower, you get a star on your player card, which will happen much later on. I'm just going over the explanations for these areas. But yeah, Battle Tower is the least gimmicky of them. You just take 3 of your Pokemon and battle as long as you can. So there's that. So let's go ahead and move on to some of the other areas. Battle Tower, yeah, I'll eventually take down Battle Tower in the future. And let's move over to one of my favorites, actually, especially for the music. We get whisked in really hard. Whew. This is the Battle Factory. Really good music, I gotta say. Starts off slow and kind of confusing, but then it just goes crazy. And it looks really damn cool in here, too. So the Battle Factory has a really, really cool idea. And instead of using your own Pokemon, when you go into the same battles, I mean, you still have all 3 options. Single, double, and Wi-Fi. Oh, God, I love this music. Sorry, I'm breaking off. What am I doing? Battle Factory. But instead of using your own Pokemon, they provide you with rental Pokemon. You can check the stats of each Pokemon and pick and choose. I believe they give you 6 Pokemon to choose from, and you choose 3 if you're doing single battle, or 4 if you're doing double battles. And yeah, you definitely want to pay attention to their stats, because some could be better than others. I mean, it's basically like picking out a Pokemon on your own, but except for it's pretty much luck of the draw, and sometimes luck is not favorable. But I love the idea because it's like, it throws you into a situation to where you have to pick 3 random Pokemon. But after each battle, you have the opportunity to substitute out 1 Pokemon for a new Pokemon from more random Pokemon. I honestly think this is one of the better ones in here. especially with the music. Pretty interesting idea, gotta say. But yeah, you just get random rental Pokemon. So let's head on down here to another really good one, the Battle Arcade, I believe this one is. If not, then I'm gonna have to quickly... Oh, I didn't read the sign for Battle Factory. Oh god, I'm going downstairs and whatnot. What's it say? Battle Factory, win consecutively with rental Pokemon. Okay, so I guess each sign will tell me a little bit about what it is, even though I already know what it is. Battle Arcade, where events sway outcomes. This one I don't really like that much because it's more luck-based than the other one. However, the music here is fantastic. I could pretty much just stay in Battle Frontier, keep going from room to room, just listening to the music. Or I could just find, like, the music online, and I wouldn't have to play the game at the same time. But yeah, good music. Here at the Battle Arcade, you can choose your 3 Pokemon, just like in Battle Tower, but before each battle, you'll be with a roulette against your rival. You can see each other's Pokemon, I believe, before the battle starts, so you can, I guess, theorize a plan to take them down. But the roulette is a little bit interesting in the fact that I'm trying to think of what all it can give you. There's things like all your Pokemon can be paralyzed, all their Pokemon can be paralyzed, burnt, poison, sleep. Your stats can, all your Pokemon stats will be raised or lowered, vice versa for them. Different weather effects, and whatnot. It's a pretty interesting thing, but like I said, it's so luck-based that it gets really unfortunate that, like, let's say all your Pokemon get paralyzed and all their Pokemon get their level raised by 3 or something like that. You gotta deal with it. It's not my favorite, but it is a good idea. I just don't like the way it plays out. Love this. Another, one of the more interesting things that can happen is that, Trick Room comes into play, so if you have all slow Pokemon, that might be helpful. God, I love this song. Alright, let's head back out. I think we head straight across to the next one. Oh, this one. This is probably the most complicated or complex. This is probably the most complex battle style yet. This is Battle Castle. Once again, you were faced with the same 3 options: single, double, Wi-Fi. But in this one, after each battle, your Pokemon are not healed at all. In fact, that you are faced with, well, first off, I don't know, I really don't know how to explain it, but after each battle, like I said, you aren't healed, but you can gain castle points, CP, and you can get items that help heal them or help in battle. For example, like you could buy potions, I believe, PP restoring moves, HP restoring things like potions and stuff, berries, other things like, I guess, X accuracy might be one of the things. You can also buy items strictly for use in here, like you can buy a life orb or like a twisted spoon to help with your psychic attacks or just regular attacks with the life orb. But yeah, basically you're just like trying to make your way through here. It's kind of like playing the game without any Poké Centers, but all shops that sell everything. The better the item, the more CP it's going to cost, so you might want to save up your CP to get better items. But yeah, I don't like the music for this one, but I do really, really think this might actually be the best battle style in the game. What do you want, Rob? I'm trying to explain things here. Good evening, Tags. Me and Rob. Are you awake? Most cherished, but I don't care. Alright, so back to what I was talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great way to play the game. You go in with 3 Pokemon, and you just try to survive as long as you can using what you're given, yet you are given items, and you are not healed after battles. Like I said, basically like playing a Pokemon game without Poké Centers, but with access to buying stuff at the marts throughout the whole game. Yeah, I don't like the music for this one. I do like the way it looks, but not the music. I wish it was more medieval in there than it is, like, royalty. And what's this one? I don't even remember what this one is. Battle Hall. Oh, I remember what this one is. Sorry, I had a little burp there. Definitely not good music. It just reminds me of elevator music. Here at the Battle Hall, where the stairs are all jacked up, the gimmick here is that... Where can I step over? Right there. What is the gimmick for this one? Oh, the gimmick for this one is when you go in, you can choose what type of Pokemon you want to go up against. You are given a list of all the Pokemon types, with the exception of question mark and glitch types. Like, you can pick dark type, flying type, water type, electric, all of them. So you can build your team around taking down that specific type. However, the game is really good at throwing curveballs. For example, if you pick like a water type to take down and you have all like electric Pokemon and they throw in a Quagsire, your electric Pokemon aren't going to be able to do jack squat to that thing unless they're specifically built up to handle that sort of situation. For another example is like flying. If you go up against flying and you have all electric type Pokemon. Why do I keep going to electric type Pokemon in ground? But you get a Gligar or a Gliscor. Gliscor? You know, this song's growing on me. You won't be able to do anything to it since it's part ground type. It's an alright way to battle. I just don't think it's that good. I think this might be the weakest of Battle Tower, or of the Battle Frontier gimmicks. You pick a type that you want to go up against yet. I mean, but still, if you've got a balanced team, it doesn't matter. You should be able to take down pretty much any type of team that's thrown at you with a good moveset and a good type balancing. I believe that's all the battle areas. Let me think. There's the Pokemon Hall, there's the Battle Tower, there's the Battle Castle. Sorry if you hear me clicking, I don't really have notes for this, but I do have which ones there are up. Battle Factory, Battle Tower, Battle Castle, Battle Arcade, Battle Hall, and Battle Shops. Alright, so yeah. Ooh, am I really starting to lag only after like 13 minutes of recording? That's not too good. There's a lot of areas around here. And down here is the shops. You can buy specific things with battle points. And I guess you can do scratch-offs here to get more BP. Or berries. Also, Ditto's icon can transform into any other blah blah blah. Don't care, don't care, don't care. No thank you. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. I kind of want to know what this is. I have 1 BP, so we'll scratch. We'll use our 1 BP. Alright, so please select card number 1. Please select card number 2. Please select card number 3. Oh, I guess I didn't have to go in order, but I guess that worked. We got a ×3 nugget, a ×3 Cassiberry. Oh, I see what it's telling me. If I get 3 Chinglings, I get a nugget. If I get 3 Cheribble, I don't remember how that one's name is, I get I get a Kasab Berry, Rindo Berry for the 3 pre-evolution of Mantine, and Badoo, I get Akaberry. Oh, so we got a Ditto, so off the bat, we've got one that will change into something. Alright, and we got 2 Mantines. Ah, damn, we got a Chingling. Unfortunate. Oh. Alright, so card number 2, we'll try this again. We'll go right in the middle. And we got a Cheribble thing. You know, I'm feeling lucky. Wait, how am I feeling lucky? It didn't do anything for me. Ah. I don't understand how this goes, actually. We'll go here, here, and here. Darn. But I got a ding-a-ling-a-ling when I got a Cheribble thing and a Badoo last time. Jerks. Oh, and I've glitched. 1 second. There we are. Of course, I'm starting to lag for some reason. This, a scale model of the Battle Frontier. Oh! So yeah, there you can see all of them. Battle Tower at the top. Then you got the Battle Factory, Battle Hall, Battle Castle, and of course, Battle Arcade. What do you got to sell? Welcome to the Exchange Service Corner. Would you like to trade your BP for some prizes? Yes, please choose a TM. So I guess you can get different TMs here. Aerial Ace, Brick Break, X Scissor. Oh, Earthquakes here, and Stone Edge. That's a very, these are, oh, and U-Turn. These are all very helpful moves for especially competitive play. Let's see physical attacks. Special attacks. Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Dragon Pulse, Sludge Bomb. Alright, so there's some decent ones there. Changing attacks. Toxic, Will-O-Wisp, Bulk Up, Calm Mind, Attract, and Thunder Wave. Some of them are very helpful, and you can take these outside of the battle frontier, unlike the battle castle stuff. And what can we buy here? Training items 1. Protein, calcium, zinc. Oh, so this could be a great way to build up your Pokemon. Rare Candy's 48 compared to 1. That's such a difference. Power Bracer, Power Belt. These will reduce your speed stat generally, but raise, for example, the attack stat for the Power Bracer, defense stat for the Power Belt. Power Lens will raise special attack, special defense, HP. Promotes speed, but reduces the speed stat. That sounds a little bit broken to me. Oh, I think it reduces the speed stat in battle, but it raises the EV or IV you get from using them. And I believe that's all. And while we're lagging out, I'm gonna go into the battle tower where there's less things that are loaded. And I will explain one last thing about this area before we go. There are specific Pokemon that are not allowed here. And I have the list next to me, sorry, I'm gonna be kind of reading off a list. But the Pokemon that cannot compete in any of these are Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Celebi, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Jirachi, Deoxys, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina Origin Form, Manaphy, Phione, Darkrai, Shaman Skyform, and Arceus. Those Pokemon are strictly forbidden from being entered into any of the Battle Frontier areas. However, some legendary Pokemon are allowed, like all 3 of the legendary birds, all 3 of the legendary beasts, all pseudo-legendary Pokemon for that matter. And yeah, so now that I've got this explained, I will definitely be doing these post-game. Maybe I'll go over some of them. Definitely Battle Tower, because I got to get that star. But yeah, like I said, I think that Battle Castle might be the best one. Battle Factory is my favorite one. Battle Tower's alright. I mean, it's just default. I don't like Battle Arcade because of the randomness factor. And Battle Hall is just, I want to go up against this type. Oh, you threw me a curveball. Well, that's unfortunate. Good thing I have good typing and good type coverage. Either way, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.